Let's begin. You're almost late. I'm happy you are here as well. So today we want to talk about how to learn multiple cybersecurity remote jobs without having tech skills, right? Without having coding skills. So most persons will always say, I don't have IT background. I don't have IT background. But the truth is that it's not your fault, right? You have been hearing many things online, and you don't even know what to follow, right? You don't even know actually what to even think of, right? You always believe that you must have coding skill. This person is also telling you that like different things online, right? And today I want to make sure that you are getting it right. The only web class you need to know exactly what cybersecurity is and if it is a best fit for you or not. Today we're going to talk about it. I teach complete beginners without IT background, right? Coding skill, whatever. We teach them exactly what they need to know to become cybersecurity professionals, and also teach them how to find these remote jobs by yourself. You don't need somebody to connect you. So my journey actually started around 2012, right? But something that actually changed my mind was when I met this person, Desmond Elliott, right? We happened to be traveling together to Ghana. This was around 2014. And I asked him, what actually make you remain relevant in this fast-growing industry, right? You see actors coming up every day, creating contents and all that. How do you stay relevant? And he said one thing that actually made me shocked for some time, right? He said, people focus on their talent without adapting to new stuffs, right? You know how to do this and you want to settle there. Imagine many years ago, you know how to repair television, like radio. Do you think that will be valid today? No. But if you are able to adapt to new stuffs, right, you see yourself moving extremely forward. And I agree with him, right? And this photo, the reason why I brought it here is the first time I traveled outside Nigeria, right? I went to Ghana for a conference, and that conference actually changed my life, right? This web class is not a get rich quick scheme. We are only talking about how you can learn a skill that is highly demand, and then move from there as well. So these two persons were my students, and right now they're already working. Let's hear from Sammy.
So I joined a cybersecurity class at Loot Tech Limited, and it was great, man. The process was smooth for me. I followed all the training provided, and I got help with my LinkedIn and my CV, which is great. I already needed that. I'm so happy because I finally got a remote cybersecurity job with this company in Canada. I'm excited. I'm so excited. I tried so many courses before, but this one hands down was the best. The program is 3 months and they mentor you until you find a remote job. If you're looking for a great cybersecurity remote job, give Loot Tech Limited a try. They offer 14 days, money back guaranteed. Just talk to
So
Luke.
this was
That's all you
Sammy
gotta do.
actually reached out to us
Trust me
to
on this.
see how he can learn
they helped me so
cybersecurity, and he used all we gave him, all the instruments, all the tools, right? And he was able to secure his first job. He's actually in US. Um, Another thing that I also want to talk about is who is this program for? So we actually work with beginners with zero. When I mean zero, provided you know how to speak English, right? You know how to English. I mean is not like professional English. Provided you understand it, right? Because this training is in English. So provided you understand English, right? Then this training is for you. Beginners with zero IT background, right? You will learn how to transition to cybersecurity and learn multiple remote jobs. Yes. And the second kind of person we work with, if you're already in cybersecurity but you are struggling, right? You are struggling to secure gigs. You are struggling to secure remote jobs. This is one of the best class you should pay attention to, so that you can learn the strategy other students are also using, right? So one question that I want to ask you is that, do you believe that one skill can change your income, right? The skill you have right now, do you believe that just one skill, if you acquire one skill, it can actually change your income? It can change the kind of amount you make, right? Imagine you are a bricklayer and you make 5,000 naira a day or $1,000 a day, and if you're able to learn something else like mechanic, right? Like something else, do you think it can actually change your income? I think the answer is yes. Do you also believe that your income can change your family? Right? If you are making so much money, for example, you're a doctor, you are a tech guy, right? Do you think that that's income you're making, it can change the life of your family? I think I also believe that. Do you also believe that one decision, right? Just one decision can change your future? right? Probably you made a decision to relocate abroad. Do you think it can change your future, right? Now you have leverage, you have information that somebody back home doesn't have, or you have internet access. You're able to watch this web class today. Do you think that one decision, just one, can change the kind of your future you plan to have? And I want to assure you that that decision is this decision. You taking your time to watch this web class. I'm proud of you, for real. And so my goal for this web class first is to show you that the only way, right, you can work from home, earn a lot, 6 figures at least, is through cybersecurity. What do I mean? Somebody can say, what about doctor, right? You can't work from home if you're a doctor, right? What about nursing? You can't work from home. What about anything you can think of? You can't work from home. However, if you really want to work from home, have time for your family, have time for yourself, have time for vacation, spend your time the way you want it, right? Let people come to you and not you going to people, right? Because you're solving a problem. It is through cybersecurity. And also, my other goal is to show you that my proven framework is the only way that you can actually get it right, because it simplifies everything that you actually need to know to become a cybersecurity professional, right? So this was a picture of me when I was actually working. So what happened is that when I graduated, right, it happened that I became the only person that the only person that my school employed, right? This was me when I was working. We have actually helped train, these are some of our staffs, we have actually trained school children on what they need to know, especially in sextortion, every kind of thing that they actually need to know in the digital age, right? This is my elder sister, Dr. Linda. Most of you already know her, right? I've gone to many vacations. We have hosted training here in Canada and all that. But today, I'm not here to talk about myself, right? I'm not here to talk about myself. Rather, I'm going to show you exactly how you can as well become a cybersecurity professional. There is a lot of jobs out there that needs persons to secure, right? And where are my African brothers, right? So all my journey started around 2012 when I went for an event Nigeria, right? That was when the first time not internet is coming to Nigeria, but kind of, we're not talking about trying to go digital, right? So this person spoke, I think it was the Minister of Information or something. I saw how persons were clapping for him. I saw the kind of respect he was commanding. I saw everything. I said, oh, I think this is the kind of person I want to be, right? It really changed my mind. It really changed my whole thinking. And I said, do you know what? I'm going to follow this journey. So my goal was to become a tech guru, right? Just to become something in tech that people can as well respect that way. I loved it. I love the kind of respect he commanded. I love how he carried himself. I was just, hey, this is me. This is the kind of person I want to be. And I was just a young school graduate, right? I just finished my high school. So I started computer training, right? When I started the computer training diploma in computer engineering, and this was my classmate, Gus Power. He's a very nice person. So my goal was to become a tech guru, as I said, but I also believe that, hey, I think I can do this. I love tech, but the truth was that it seemed difficult, right? Learning how to code. So I was learning coding, but the best way to learn it was also to educate my peers, right? My colleagues. I was also teaching them C++, HTML. It was actually a very nice one for me. Till after some time, a friend reached out if I was interested to go to Ghana for a conference, because I do like conference, right? I believe conference is a place where persons, right, teach what they need to know, what you need to know to move from point A to point B. Just the same way you are watching this web class. It's also a seminar, but in a web form, therefore it's a webinar, right? Seminar is a place where you can learn how to move from point A to point B. So just go to seminars that you believe that should change the trajectory of your life. When I learned those skills, coding, which I was teaching my friends how to code and all that, what really happened was I was applying for jobs at Upwork. Many of you know Upwork, right? Freelancer, right? I was applying for a job, and after coding, after I finished designing the website for a client, and this client ran the code and it didn't work. So it was failed. That was the point that I said, hey, you know what? I'm going to drop this. There is nothing again I'm going to do, because I was learning online. I was not having a tutor. I was not having a mentor to follow me, right? I was just learning by myself. And what then happened was that I lost the job. They blocked my account because of the bad review that I got. But I love tech. That was the truth. I loved it. I wouldn't want to change my goal because of this particular stuff, right? And most of my friends already know that, hey, this is what I love. So this when this person reached out to me if I was ready to go to Ghana for this training, I was very, very happy. Then I went to Ghana. And one good thing that happened in Ghana was in Nigeria then, no university was teaching information technology. However, I want to go truly into IT. I moved to Ghana where I then started studying. So I then achieved my information BSc in information technology. This was during school days. So this is also my friend when we went to conference. Very nice person. You should probably come across some of these persons. They're very cool. So the seminar that actually changed my life, and that was when I discovered cybersecurity. So there is this seminar that I went, and if you see how these guys were cashing out, and what do they actually do? They were just teaching bank staffs and people how to secure their digital infrastructure. That was just it. But the way they carried themselves, there was nothing practical about it. They were just training them, right? You need to do this, you need to do that. And I also know that these guys are making a lot. If you know Ghana very well, these guys were living in East Legon, right? They were cool. The skills I actually developed there was how to make clients to chase you with their own job, not you chasing them, right? So one of the things I learned there that you must have the skill, right? You must be visible and you must be credible. Don't worry, I'm going to show you everything. You must be credible, you must be visible, and so among the reasons why I actually went to this seminar was to know how these speakers speak, right? What they speak, because I've actually been applying for online jobs. I was not getting any, and it was no longer looking funny. So I got the skill, but now these jobs were not coming. Even when I want to do it for free, they were not coming. When I write email, I don't get any response, right? I was so bad. But I have to do what I don't like to do, right? To ask people for help. I don't know how to do that. I don't know how to do that. And this, some of this seminar, I was not actually just going to listen to what they want to teach or something. I was actually going as a spy, right? To see exactly how these people talk. How do they convince somebody to do something, right? How do they actually make this, how do they get these jobs? That is what I was just going there to learn, right? And the things I actually gathered was that you ought to have the skill, right? You also visibility. You have to be visible and you have to be credible. I'm also going to show you exactly how to become all those stuff, right? So my plan after that seminar was to learn cybersecurity. I said, hey, I'm going to learn cybersecurity. Whatever the course is going to be, I'm going to learn it. Right? Since everything we do is online, the reason why you are watching me right now is because you are online, right? You are using the internet, right? Somebody as well that is also using the internet somewhere can be hacked. So that means every person uses this internet. And the security in it is what matters, right? Nobody wants to get hacked. No bank wants to get hacked. If you are hacked today, your information is leaked to the public. Probably that is the end of it, right? So I said, you know what? Since I've gotten this strategy of how to secure remote roles, right? It is now time for me to learn cybersecurity and then use this strategy to apply for remote roles. I don't know if you get how that idea came about. So, but my setback there was that there was no place in Ghana that was training cybersecurity the way I wanted. It was a very big blow for me because I have a mission, I have a dream, but now a place to learn this skill becomes a problem. So then I moved to Canada. So that was how I moved to Canada. I got trained again, and again, and then I started to secure multiple roles. Right. This is just not quite long how a company reached out to me asking for help. Right. And guess what? 5K. So if you're able to learn cybersecurity, apply the whole skills that you know on getting visibility and credibility, don't you think your life is going to be different from what it is today? For me, I believe so because it has worked for many students. It has worked for myself as well. And this gig is 5K. So if you're able to make at least 5K in a week, for a month, it's 20,000, right? If you're able to do more than that, what does it mean? It means you are going to actually make a lot. And in any case, you're then going to make above 6 figures working from home. All my life, I have not been going to any job, right? I prefer gigs. right? I prefer gigs. Gigs are something that I like my time. I like to spend my time the way I want it. I don't want to wake up in the morning, I'm rushing to catch bus, or I'm in the traffic driving or anything. I just don't want stress, right? I love my pace. I love to take things according to how I want it. That is, I don't think if you're also like that, it's a bad thing because every person have their own way of solving problems, right? So travel to many cities to help people protect them, right? Most times what I do here is that, hey, somebody have actually done this, but I want you to come and have a look. And most times it is all expense paid. They pay for your ticket, they pay for your hotel, they pay for everything. And we have as well trained so many students. So many. You can actually go to Google, just Google Talk to Look, right? You will train many students. Go to LinkedIn, check it out and see what other students are doing as well. You shouldn't as well sit and just think like life is going to be better, right? You have to take actions. But as I said, these are not your fault. You have actually heard many information outside there. You have heard so many advice. You don't even know where to start from. You are confused. You don't even know what to actually do, right? So I want to tell you, among the reason why you are struggling today is because firstly you have a dream, right? Your dream was to make your life better, and that was among the reason why you even left your country to another country, right? That is the reason why you are planning to go to another country, because you have a dream and you want that dream fulfilled. The way I want you to see it, that you are a hero in your own story, right? You're a hero. You're trying to make your life better. You have a mission to make your life better, right? Just have a guide that is going to actually give you those roadmap that you need to become successful. So among the reason why you might be struggling is because you have a dream, and probably you have failed because, not because of you and you are dull or you don't know what to do, because somebody has to give you a guide. And if the person giving you a guide is not actually sincere with those guides, what happens is you're going to fail, right? You're going to struggle trying to also look for guide. And most times our leaders are also the problem, right? They don't want us to succeed, because if we succeed, if everybody is successful today, who is going to clean your car? Who is going to cut your grass? Who is going to do many kind of other kind of lower jobs? So if you succeed, that means there's a lot of rich persons, right? Who is going to do these other works? Who is going to drive your Uber? Who is going to drive your taxi, right? So the system is structured that way, but it is left for you to then say, hey, you know what? I don't want to be in this category. I want to go even more. But you need information to do that. You need information to do that. Another thing is that fear of, hey, what happened? What if? What if this doesn't work for me? What if this doesn't work for me? And you keep struggling to do it yourself. If you are scared that's to take the next step, then you're probably going to stay there, right? You have to be proactive. You have to strike. You have to give it a try, right? So another reason why you're also struggling is your enemies, right? Your enemies. Many persons don't want you to succeed for reasons best known to them. But it is left for you to say, you know what? No matter what the case is, I'm going to succeed. I'm going to succeed. Most of us have friends who, if you tell them that, hey, I want to do this, they say, oh, no, 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 I'm not sure you can do that. Most time when I was growing up as well, I had those challenges. Friends, some persons telling me that, hey, cybersecurity, you can't do it, don't worry. They will see you as a criminal. They will see you as this. They will see you as that. No person, no actual, among the person that actually wants you to succeed is your mom, maybe your dad. But even your siblings, even your close friends, you are in competition with them, right? It is left for you to challenge yourself and say, hey, you know what, I'm going to do it. So the hard way that many persons have actually been doing is to take jobs that they never planned for. Something happened, you travel to another country, you then see that, hey, things are getting so difficult, but you now have to do care job. You are doing it not because of you actually want to do that, right? But the reason why you are doing it is you have to pay bills, right? You have to pay bills. You have to then you have to probably pay bills. You have to do Uber. You have to do all that. So most times you have to work long hours. If normal shift should be 9 hours or something, or 8 hours, right? You want to do 12 hours. You want to do 13 hours. Those things are the hard way, right? You learn skills on your own without guidance. Nobody is guiding you. Nobody is telling you to do this, do that, do this one. Don't do this one, because if you do this, this is going to happen. So therefore, do this. You are just try and error. You do it yourself. If it doesn't work, you abandon it, right? You do multiple hustles at the same time. You do Uber, you do your work. You also have another shift. You also have another one. Yeah, this is life. We all have the same kind of energy, right? And this energy is fast dropping. The energy is not increasing, is actually dropping, right? In any case, most times you also put your personal dreams on hold just to survive. Most times, many persons before they relocate, they said, "Oh, you know what? When I go out, I'm going to, go I'm going to go for vacation. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. But what happened is that when they didn't reach, they don't actually see time to even go to work. Talk more of going for those vacations they actually plan. So they put all their dreams on hold just to survive, right? They accept unfair conditions just to keep earning. Even if your boss is telling you bullshit, you just have to keep doing it because there is no other way. There is no other way for you to survive if you don't accept those conditions, right? You depend on stable short-term income. You already know that, right? Some persons, nobody even going to give you permanent role. You be like, you know what, just give me permanent role so that I can stay here and all that. They don't want to give you. They want you to be a bank staff, right? They want you to be when they call you, then you come. They want you to, I don't know, you probably know some of these things. The reason why I'm saying all these things is because I've heard so many persons also tell me same before they actually transitioned, right? So you just start over and over again. You fail, you start again, you fail, you start again. These things happen, right? You don't adapt quickly because there is no safety net, right? You know that, hey, if something happened and you lose this job, that means you're not going to work again. So therefore, you want to remain there, even when things are not going very well, right? You keep pushing, even when the system doesn't support us. You already know that this system is not actually supporting you, but you keep doing it because you don't have any other option, right? Those are the hard way. So now let's.
Nigerians in the UK, I'm begging you. I'm begging you. See, I'm tired of seeing young Nigerians die suddenly in the UK. I'm tired of seeing people who came into this country very strong and healthy die suddenly or collapse suddenly because of sudden heart attack, cardiac arrest, heart failure, massive stroke. People who were strong and very healthy back home in Nigeria suddenly develop massive health challenges. I'm tired of seeing all the funeral announcements in our community every day. It's becoming too much. It's becoming too much. In my privileged position as a doctor, there's nothing I've not seen. I've seen this thing over and over and over again. I'm tired of seeing young men in their 30s looking very old, looking very haggard with gray hair all over their hair. Listen, working 70, 80 hours in a week is not normal. 70, 80 hours every week is very dangerous for your body. In fact, it's borderline suicidal. There's no way you will continue to put your body through that kind of stress and you will not pay dearly for it. I know that many of us have bills to pay. Some people have, we need to settle our school fees. We need to pay bills and all that. But listen, it's only when you're alive that you can pay bills. I know some of us have numerous projects that we are planning. Oh, I'm building this at home. I'm building that back home. It's only when you are alive. See, if you build all that projects and you lose your life, what's your gain? We need to slow down and take care of ourselves. See, this life of long shifts, endless bills, family expectations and pressure to succeed, it has to stop. For some of us, it's even silent competition that is driving us. You want to be the one to announce, oh, I bought my house after 1 year of getting into the UK. Oh, I'm using the latest car after 2 years. Okay. You need to slow down. There's no way you will you use your body like this and you not pay for it. Please hear me as a brother. If anything happens to you, life will move on. That same place that you are picking all the extra shifts. Some of you for this Christmas now, you are fully booked for Christmas, New Year. You need to take care of your body. That same place where you're picking all the shifts, where the manager is hailing you that, oh, you are their lifesaver, you are this, you are that. If you buy tomorrow, that place will employ somebody else to replace you. If you buy tomorrow, your spouse will become a widow or widower. Your children will become orphans. Life will move on without you. You didn't come to the UK to die. You came here to build a better life. Don't wait until your body stops you. You need to stop now by yourself. Don't ignore the warning signs. Listen to your body. Don't gamble with your heart. Take a break now and take care of yourself. My name is Dr. Mo. Please follow me for.
People are going through a lot. UK, US, Canada, everywhere. Provided you are outside your home country, right? Things are not so easy the way most of us thought coming up. But the truth is that you have to make a move. You have internet, you have electricity, you have many things to survive, right? If you're in Nigeria as well, you can actually change your story. You are the architect of your own life. You have to draw that plan. You have to make move, right? Don't actually depend on somebody telling you that, hey, you can't do this, or somebody trying to validate before you can then take a step. Take a step. Take a step. Just make the first move. Making the first move will guarantee most times success. But if you don't even try, how can you even know that this is actually going to work for you? So the three secrets that you actually need is one is how cybersecurity, how our cybersecurity framework become talk of the town, right? Secondly, you're also going to learn how any new beginner as well, can transition to cybersecurity without tech experience. Zero tech experience, right? Zero background. It doesn't matter if you're coming from law, if you're coming from medicine, if you're coming from, name it, whatever it is, it doesn't matter. Cybersecurity is the way. Cybersecurity is the way. So the third secret also I'm going to show you is that how our students learn multiple jobs, right? No connection, no experience, even when they live outside US, UK, United States. It doesn't matter where you stay. Provided you are on the internet, you can as well solve a problem for somebody in the US. Most of our students in Nigeria, right, they got jobs in US. They have to then relocate to Lagos because the money they were getting was also paying for their expenses, right? They were paying for their house, paying for the. Nobody wants to hear that the reason why you didn't do this work was because you don't have internet. Nobody wants to hear that. You can't do that. This is somebody's business, right? You have to secure it with. You have to be there always. That is the most important thing. But the truth is that the amount that is being paid to you is then enough for you to then relocate to some of these places. You see, Abuja, Lagos, wherever. If you're already in abroad, you have all the best thing because you can be in the UK working for a company in the US. You can be in the UK working for a company in Canada. You can be in Canada working for a company in the UK. You can be in Canada working for a company in the US, right? So secret one, as I already showed, many persons, right? It doesn't matter what you do. It doesn't matter how busy you are. It doesn't matter if you're coming from a tech background or not. Provided you understand English, you can understand English, right? It's going to work for you. I studied at Georgian College. Many of you know Georgian College, right? I studied at Georgian College and then I graduated with Dean Lace and things was going fine. The school actually, after the whole, what is it called, job application and all that, I also applied to work there, right? And guess what? From the skills you're also going to learn from this web class, that is the same skill that I used to secure myself to work with Georgian College. I was the only person in the whole school that was selected to work with them. I'm going to show you those secrets here, right? So many immigrants that was coming from Nigeria, many students that were coming from Nigeria, some came with PR, some came with different things, right? Most of them were reaching out to me. Can you help me? What exactly do I do? Because now I was in Nigeria, there was no tech stuff. I didn't even learn anything tech. But since abroad is all about tech, everybody wants to secure their business. How can I do that? So I was actually guiding many persons. I was guiding them on what to do, what not to do, what to learn, what not to learn. Give me feedback. Once you finish learning this, give me feedback. I want to know if you got it or wrong, right? If it is wrong, do it back. Do it this way, do it that way. So in that case, I was able to build a lot of people and they secured remote jobs. They secured multiple jobs, right? So this was how it started. So the most important thing that, the first important secret or the first step is that focus on what matters. Don't go and be learning jargons, right? Focus on what matters. That is what many persons do wrong. They learn online by themselves. In any case, because of their learning online, nobody is going to tell them learn this, learn that. Don't learn this first, because if you learn this first, it's going to conflict with this idea. So learn this first, then come back to this, right? Understanding that steps roadmap is the most important thing. So learn what matters. Don't just learn everything because you want to learn everything. Secondly, is self-paced. My learning speed is different from your learning speed. You may be learning something very fast. Other person is learning very slow. Everybody has their own time, right? We are all adults. We have busy time and all that. So the best thing is to learn when you know that this is how I learn. Don't learn because you are rushing to learn with others, right? You have to catch up with others. No, this is tech. You have to learn at your own pace. However, you must get A right before moving to B. When you get B, move to C. If you don't get B, go back to B. Make sure that you have done B very well and you've gotten the answer. Then move to C. With that, you can then chain them all together and then you become a professional in it, right? So another thing is focus on at least 2 to 3 hours a day. No rush. Some persons will be like, you know what, I'm going to start morning, finish night, start morning, finish night. No, this is not chemistry. This is not biology. This is tech. You have to absorb gradually. The more you absorb, the more it retains. Don't rush it. There is no rush in it, right? So this is Timmy. This is when Timmy was our student back in Nigeria. Now Timmy is in UK as well, doing great, right? He's now a cybersecurity professional in the UK. Let's hear from him.
My name is Timley, and I'm making this video to appreciate Mr. Luke for putting this cybersecurity course together. The course has actually been amazing so far. As someone that is new to tech, I thought learning this would be very hard because they all used to look complex online. But registering for Mr. Luke's class, the learning process has actually been very, very easy. I've been able to learn different things. I've been able to learn things like pen testing, which is penetration testing, cloud security, malware analysis, cryptography, and so many other things. So if you're thinking of going into tech, cybersecurity, you need to get Luke's course. You need to get Luke's course.
But to me, right now, is in the UK. A cybersecurity professional and doing extremely well for himself. Another person.
Are you tech savvy? Do you like the products? Do you need someone to talk to? And talk to this guy.
So, who is this for? Firstly, I want you to understand that this actually, if you work for anyone, right? If you like to work remotely, if you like anything that has to do with online, some persons like freelance. If you just like to work online, if you want to work from the comfort of your home, right, at your own time, at your own pace, this is for you. Learn cybersecurity, give it your best, and use our secret to apply for jobs. You will get it. It has happened multiple times. You will get it. Another person is busy adults. Maybe you have different kind of work that makes you take your time. This is why it is best to do self-paced, because your learning time is different. You can be busy, somebody else is busy, other person is busy, but the most important thing is learn at your own pace. Do not rush. You don't need to rush. Learn at your own pace, right? Busy adults, right? Non-tech people, you don't need to have any tech background. Zero. In fact, we prefer zero, like zero tech background. We don't want you to know what internet is. We don't want you to know what data is. Once you start this program, right? Once you start this training, you begin to see yourself growing. You begin to see, wow. I don't know if you get my point, right? So zero tech background, online business owners. If you have online business, you have to secure them, right? Many persons, the reason why they patronize you online is because they have trust. If they don't have trust in you that you're going to secure their data, what do you think is going to happen? They're going to look for new competitor. They're going to go to your competitors who can secure them. So imagine you are selling hair online, right? Through your Instagram. And something happened, your Instagram got hacked. What do you think is going to happen? That is the end of your business. I don't know if you get my point. So, or your website got hacked. What is going to happen? So, you, as a business owner, you need to know cybersecurity, even if you're not going to work for any person, but at least have the skills and then know what to do and what not to do at the right time. So important, right? Fresh graduates, maybe you just finished your NYC or you just finished your training or you are just looking for the next step. You remember Osund, right? He just finished from graduating. The day he graduated, that was when he got to meet us. And his life changed forever. So, fresh graduates looking for the next thing to do. You've just finished your NYSC. What is the next thing to do? Learn cybersecurity. Use our method to apply for remote jobs. Get it. Your life will change. Beginners. Probably you started already, but you're not getting it well. Let's talk. Let's meet. Let's start this process together. I can assure you that your life will never remain the same. I mean, never. It will never remain the same, right? If you like to work remotely, most persons prefer to work remotely, as I said. You prefer remote works. This is for you. Now let's look at Caveman. He said, "Thank you, sir. I got an internship for ethical hacking. That is the part I like to major in." He also got internship. And one good thing about internship is that when you get internship and you're able to perform well, what do you think will happen? They want to retain you. It's so easy. So the most important thing is to get started, get those internship, do your possible best, and you see how your best can transform to something greater. Even if look at Tega, right? You say, I just want to use this opportunity to really appreciate you, sir, for the opportunity you've created. I am learning a lot, and I can't wait to finish my cybersecurity course. I like your swift response to messages. I wonder how you do that, though. Thanks, because I understand that once you are in need, once you want to learn something, right, to move from point A to point B, you need swift response. You need somebody to guide you. If not, that's likely zeal. That zeal is going to drop. So that is the reason why we respond so fast. We have a lot of instructors, top instructors, also in the inner circle. As maybe you have actually heard of the inner circle, right? We have. So this person said, this class is so far the best I have imagined. I would advise those who want to learn or transit should do that fast as well. I wish I even registered on time, but never too late. I am doing my best. I'm doing myself the best now. Thank you, sir. Yeah. Yeah, think about it. Just imagine yourself, you are the person. How do you think you're going to feel? It's going to be great, right? I believe so. This person said, "Hello, I introduced a friend to your platform while I was still trying to put funds together. And he said he's doing amazing, but a bit challenging. I can't wait to join." But my question is there mentorship? Yes, there is mentorship. That is the question. We've answered that. There is mentorship, provided you are starting, right? This program has mentorship. We have to mentor you because you need a mentor. You need a guide. You need somebody that you can talk to when you get stuck. It is very, very important. Like, you can't succeed in cybersecurity without having a mentor. Zero chance. I mean, it's zero chance, right? So this person said, "Thank you, coach. Good to hear from you. I'm grateful." So somebody said, "I got." Look at what he said. What he said. "I got the certificate today and an offer I playfully applied for." Look at playfully. Once you make use of these secrets that we are going to show you today, you can get any kind of job you want, any kind of remote job. Whether you are just learn the strategy, right? Learn the skill, learn the strategy, and just give it a try. Even if you're not going to accept that job, just give it a try and see if it works for you or not. It works like magic, believe me. You can say, "I'm learning so many things, and my eyes keep opening, and to many things I didn't even know." This, that. So you can actually read it yourself. There is a lot, right? So the truth is that once you're able to do one, right, you want to do the next. You want to do another one. You want to do another one. And if you can do all this, you are already becoming an expert. I don't know if you get my point, right? So this person said, I'm enjoying the course so far. Thank you for the course. I'm enjoying it." You just have to enjoy it. You just have to, right? You just have to. This person said, "I would forever be grateful to you, sparking the passion I have right now in cybersecurity. Taking your course brought out that hunger in me to keep learning and improving. Sometimes I didn't even have when I didn't even have when I something I didn't even have when I was in uni, right? I am so happy I made that decision to take your course. And if it were to going back in time, I will still make that same choice, right? She's really grateful. So many of them. Look at this as well. I read through the link. This person says he's going to. This person said one crazy thing about this person is that after he finished learning digital forensic, right, he wants to have his own consulting firm. That is how good you will become, because people will definitely reach out to you. Definitely, people will reach out to you to help them solve their problem. Somebody, one of our students, what happened is that she was still in the course. She was still learning. Right? She has not even gone far. She's still in digital forensic. But because of the credibility she was also building, somebody reached out to her, to help him. So he's this photographer, and he has been snapping photos. And what then happened was that something mistakenly, he mistakenly formatted the pen drive, the USB drive, the memory card, and now they need somebody to recover that. And that was how she was able to recover it. So she even made money even while still training. That is how it is. You are working in tech. You've heard tech people are making money. Tech people are making money. This is how. Learn the skill, be visible, be credible, and people will rush you. It is normal. So with the right resources, anyone can learn cybersecurity. With the right resources, once you have the right resources, don't listen to what people are saying outside. Don't just have the right resources, right? Have a very good mentor who is willing. There's a difference between having a mentor and having a mentor who is willing to actually guide you. It is very, very important, right? You don't need coding to work in cybersecurity. You don't need to go back to college. Many people do that mistake, right? They say, "Oh, I think I just have to go back to college and start learning." No. Going back to college is you're trying to have a certificate. It has never solved the problem. Going back to college is good. Mind you, I went to college, right? But if truly you want to have practical knowledge, you really want to have know these secrets, right? Most of these things are not taught in college, right? So you don't need a degree. You don't need to have a degree. Whether you are a high school dropout, whatever it is, if you know how to recover, what is it called? If you know how to recover data, right? If you know how to recover hacked Instagram, if you know how to recover many things, if you know how to do things, right? I don't need to ask you if you have BSc in mathematics or BSc in information technology. It doesn't care. Nobody cared, right? So you don't need certificates. You don't need degree. You don't need any kind of. One thing about certificate is that most of our people, right? Most of our black people, we appreciate certificate. This thing shouldn't be like that. Certificate is just a distraction. The more certificates you have, the more you make it very difficult for your employer to employ you in tech. Because why? Imagine you have ethical hacking certificates, right? You have ethical hacking certificates, and the role for a person that have the certificate is so high that they can't pay. But you are entry level. What then happens? It becomes difficult for them to hire you, because that means if they hire you, they're underpaying you, and nobody wants to say that they are underpaying you. So what happened? They leave you. So it's not about the number of certificates you have, rather how can you which skills you have. Are you visible? Are you credible? That is the most important thing that we want to know. So look at this person. This person is a chef, right? She say, Coach, the fact that I have no knowledge about this course before makes me wonder how I am doing this great. Every topic is well detailed. The class is well structured and easy to understand. I cannot believe myself. God bless you, Coach. This class is designed in such a way that you are actually going to learn everything you need to know. Very, very important. You are going to learn everything that you need to know to become a professional. And we also show you exactly how to get these jobs by yourself. You don't need connection. You don't need anything. So the first thing I want you to note is that you just need the right roadmap. If you have a very good roadmap, right, you are not going to miss road. Follow Uno road. If you have the right, if you are going to, from Port Harcourt, if you are going to Lagos, okay. From Lagos, if you are going to Port Harcourt, if you head north, you probably will never get to Port Harcourt, right? If you are in London, going to Birmingham, if you head south, probably you are not going to get to that, right? If you are in New York, going to Dallas, no matter what, you can't head to Chicago. I don't know if you're getting my point. So you must have the right roadmap. Once you have the right roadmap, get a mentor who is genuinely willing to help. So important. That is the person that is going to tell you, hey, you know what, don't pass this road. This road is very, very bad. Don't pass it. Follow the other side. Hey, okay, you've gotten here, do this. Hey, don't do this, because if you do this, this is going. I don't know if you get, you need a mentor. You need somebody to guide you. You are the hero. You have a mission. See your guide as somebody who is going to help you to achieve it. I am not the hero in your story. No, I'm just a guide. Somebody to help you to achieve your dream. Somebody to help you to accomplish your mission. The best way to imagine it is that you are playing a game, right? You probably wouldn't have passed a level but somebody sometimes may want to tell you, okay, do you know what? If you do it like this, do it like this. Follow this side and do it like this, then you'll pass that level. And when you do it like that, you pass the level and then say thank you and then continue. So that person helping you is not the hero. You are the hero trying to win, right? The person helping you is just supporting you to achieve that dream. That is what we are here for, to support you to achieve your dream. So the next thing is I'm also going to say is learn practicals. Whatever you are learning, right? Make sure you are also learning practicals. Practicals is very, very important. Don't just go and learn theory. You have to learn how to do those practicals, because when you'll be working from home, you have to do practicals. Right? You have to learn it. So this program as well have practicals. So important that you learn practicals. It is extremely important, right? This person said, my advice would be go for it. There is no harm in learning a new skill that could possibly change your life. If you are like me from non-tech background, from non-tech background, you don't need to have tech background to start. You don't need to, right? Talk to Look has done the work by making every class easy to understand. And the best part is that it's not just theory, but also practical. You need practical. If you really want to learn this skill, you need practical, right? Secret number 2. Remember I told you I'm going to tell you 3 secrets, right? This is secret number 2. You don't need IT experience or coding to transition to cybersecurity. Most persons, this is where they find it very wrong. They think that before you go into coding, before you go into cybersecurity, you have to learn coding. Therefore, coding is hard. I can't do it, right? This is things that you shouldn't believe, but it's not your fault, because you have heard so many things online, and there's no chance for you to even give it a try. So you don't need coding. You don't need IT background to transition to cybersecurity. Cybersecurity is if you know how to switch off the lights. You don't need to be an electrician to know how to switch off the lights. I don't know if you get my point. So that is it. So the first step is to start with the basics. So instead of you accumulating different things, start with the basics. Imagine you're a carpenter, right? The best way to prove that you are not learning is to make a simple stool somebody can sit on, right? You shouldn't, because of your learning, you shouldn't go to the roof to start. You have to start with the basics. If you are learning carpentry, right, and this person is working on the roof, the first thing probably you'll be doing is to help them, give them stick or give them wood so that they can then take up, right? Or anything you are learning, you have to start from the basics. So important. But what many persons do is that they jump because of they don't actually know exactly what they're doing. They can start learning ethical hacking today without even knowing the foundation. They can start learning this today without even knowing They can start learning vulnerability assessments without even knowing exactly what the introduction is. So it becomes a problem. You will get lost. You will get lost. That is it. You will get lost. So start with the basics, right? Learn how the internet, accounts, and online threat works. No coding, just understanding. You don't need to do coding. Just understand it first. Okay, this is how it was. This is how it was. From that understanding, then you build on it. From that building, you keep building, you keep building. Then you start to do practicals. You try to try them yourself, right? From trying it yourself, you're already becoming a professional. Number two is follow a clear roadmap. As I said, pick one guided path instead of just jumping between random videos and courses. Some person will try this one today, drop it tomorrow. They'll try another one. You are confusing yourself. You shouldn't do that, right? Pick a very structured roadmap. Follow that roadmap till you get to the final destination. It is very, very easy. If I'm inviting you for my wedding, right, I'm going to give you a roadmap. When you get to this junction, take bus to this junction. Then from there, you go to this junction. Then from there, there's this road, follow there and then get to this junction. That is a roadmap, right? If you follow that, you're not going to lose. But if I give you this roadmap and then you follow this side, you definitely lose. You're not going to get to this destination. It is very, very simple as that, right? Step three is practice with real world scenarios. Don't just don't just practice because hacking is something that happens online, real, right? Practice with those things that happens. Somebody's account has been hacked, recover it. That is practicing. You use the tools you have to recover it. Somebody's password has been cracked. Crack this password and see. You crack this password and crack somebody's password and see. Oh, so this is how criminals crack password. So if you don't want this password to be cracked, how do you do it? You learn it. So in that case, you are now becoming an expert because you know exactly how they do it. So you can as well know how to protect it. I don't know if you get my point. If you know how to lock door, you can then unlock it. So if this is locking, right? And now you know if you want to lock it, you do it like this. Now, if you want to unlock it, definitely you're going to do it like this. That is how tech is. That is how cybersecurity is mainly. So number four is get a guide. A guidance. You need somebody to guide you. You need a mentor. You need support. You can't learn it on your own. You can't. Don't let somebody whine you. You will not feel learn them on yourself. You need somebody to talk to when you are stuck. You need somebody to reach out to say, hey, look at where I'm finding it difficult. What can I do to pass here? And then they will take you step by step to make sure you've gotten the answer and you've passed it. Right? In that case, you can then retry it yourself and pass it. Then once you pass it, you've learned that forever. That is what you need, right? Many persons prefer a lot of certificates. They just enjoy having certificates and all that. But these things doesn't count in tech. If you like have 1,000 certificates, nobody cares. If you can't solve their problem, nobody cares, right? People going back to school to learn coding first. So if coding is a language, imagine telling you that before you get into the university, you must learn French or you must learn Spanish. It's a big work on its own. So most persons will just be like, let me just go and do business, right? So coding is a language. It's a language that the system understands. If A is this, do this. That is what computer understands. Just like you learning a new language before you can then move. So this is wrong. Don't do that. Trying to learn online, get stuck and abandon it. Many persons are in this stuff. They go online themselves, say, I can do it myself. After learning 1 week, 2 weeks, 1 week is even more, 2 days, they will abandon it and then move to the next thing, right? Then they learn theory and they can't even defend it. So you know this, you know that, but do the practical. Let's see. Flop, right? They can't do it. They chase certifications. They want to say, I have 1,000 certificates. I have certificates in this. Nobody care about your certificates. The more you bring certificates when you are trying to apply for a job, the more it makes me feel that you don't even know what you are doing because you are just chasing this. This is not it. You don't need this. You don't need this. All you need is skills. You need skill that will actually will prove you that, hey, I can actually do this, right? So don't fight for this. Rather, fight for skills. Fight for skills. So let's listen to this. This is one of our students as well.
Hi, my name is Harry. I just concluded my course on cybersecurity with Look Tech Limited. And here, with utmost confidence, all I can say is the course has been great. It was amazing, not true. Like, when I first started, or before I started, I didn't know where to go to or where to start from. But starting this course, I can't see that again because it has been amazing. The team, they are always there for you, they are always there to guide you every step of the way. If you have any problem, just reach out to them and they respond almost immediately. With all I can say about the course is when you first start and when you conclude, there's a big difference. If you are lacking confidence, confidence will pour. There'll be lots of confidence. Uh, Experiences, you gain experience of using different tools, example, Nessus, and many others. I don't want to go much into details. Just go and see for yourself. And I'm sure you will regret it like I did not. Thank you. And to the amazing team, Mr. Luke, thank you very much for creating this course for us. We don't know where to start from. And for your guidance and your advice, Mr. Isaac, Mr. Prince. You guys are all amazing for your patience and helping us, helping me through the journey. Thank you and God bless.
So he actually one of our students, and he actually finished. So this person said so this person made me super proud, right? Jennifer. So Jennifer, if you also, you can read from your screen, Jennifer was also a student, and Jennifer as well. Jennifer really did a lot to get here, right? She's from a law background, law. You know law, right? She's from a law background, and once she started, there was plenty back and forth. She really wants to get this knowledge. You can actually see it from her that she really wants to get this knowledge. And I gave her my best, right? Our team gave her our best, right? And guess what she said? She said, Coach, good evening. I got a job at switching company, right? And the rest became history. So I have a question for you. Think that cybersecurity is awesome. Let me see your hand. If you believe that, hey, cybersecurity is actually awesome, raise your hand up. No, just raise it. I can see. Good, good. So as you already know, right, you can break into tech. You can break into cybersecurity with zero background, right? You don't actually need you don't actually need to go back to school. You don't need to go get plenty certifications. So you don't actually need. All you need is to what? All you need is to learn the skills from the person who actually know the road, and then use that roadmap, use that skill to get exactly where you want to be. Okay. Then secret number 3 is how our students landed multiple remote gigs jobs. For me, as I said, I prefer gigs. I prefer you giving it to me, I will do it, and then that is all. You come to me, I will do it, that is all, right? But some persons, they prefer 9 to 5. They prefer to stay with to work 9 to 5, right? So if that is what you want, go for it. But for me personally, I prefer gigs. I prefer you looking for me to do a job for you, and then I'll do it and you pay me my money. That's all, right? That is what I prefer. So I'm going to show you how our students, right, landed multiple remote jobs. So firstly is that one thing you probably may be thinking is it is difficult to get remote jobs. It is difficult. Truly, truly, it is difficult if you don't know the secrets. It is difficult if you don't know how to go about it, right? It is difficult. So other persons may be thinking you need connection to work remotely. Well, that is lie. You don't need connection, provided you know the secrets that is embedded in having a remote job. You are going to get remote job anywhere. Anything you do, it doesn't actually matter that it's going to be in tech even. Any kind of remote job, you're going to get remote job if you know the secrets, right? You must be in abroad to work remotely because of the internet, because of light and all that. No. If you can afford it, right? If you have a remote job and you can afford it, you can then move to a place with stable internet connection, with stable light, with stable air, all the things you need to actually succeed. So look at this picture. The number one step you need is to be skilled. Like, you need to have skill. Imagine the barber cutting your hair, right? If there is no skill, if he's not skilled, you probably wouldn't go there. Am I correct? You won't go there if he doesn't have a skill. If the mechanic repairing your generator is not skilled, you wouldn't call him to repair your generator. So the first thing that you actually need is to be skilled. Have the skill that somebody can as well say, hey, I wish Emmanuel was here. This Jane for no sleep without Jane, right? Because why? He is skilled. I want, even if you travel anywhere, when you are coming back, you are waiting for your barber to barb you. The reason is because he is skilled. But if he is skilled but he's not visible, what happens? It becomes a problem. Imagine this is a mechanic, have all the skill, but he is very, very miles away, right? You can't even see him. What happens? You will definitely look for somebody else because you can't see him, right? The same thing with your barber. Imagine your barber is not closer. He's very, very far. If you can't go there to see him, what happens? You look for somebody else and make the person your permanent customer, right? So if you really want to get jobs, right, you have to be visible. People have to see you. Don't forget, you need to be skilled, right? You have to be visible. People have to see you. And thirdly, is that you have to be credible. Imagine you are the same mechanic, right? But nobody can see what you've done in the past. Nobody can see anything that you are doing, right? Do you think they are going to bring their generator for you to practice with? No. What about if you are a head barber and now you're just starting, or nobody know you're credible? Nobody know if you're credible or not. Do you think somebody is going to give you their hair to cut? Absolutely no. So you have to be visible, you have to be skilled, and you have to be credible. Don't worry, I will show you how to be all this. It is very, very important to secure. In securing remote role, this is very, very important. It's the main key to unlock. And the way I got all these ideas from was multiple conferences that I went to. Right, in those conferences, that is how I was able to meet top freelancers in Ghana. Right, American freelancers that are working for companies in the US and all that. And I was able to get the secrets, and I'm going to share it with you as well. So this used to be the hard way. It used to be hard, right? But not anymore. So look at this person. He said, I got the certificate today and an offer I playfully applied for. Playfully. Play. He was just doing his play, just to try it. And he got the offer. I don't know if you're getting the point. He did it play, just play. He got the offer. There's one thing we teach in our program, which is 100-25-1. Just try this method to 100 companies. Just try it to 100 companies. In all, expect at least 20 to call you back for interview or something. In the interview, use what we have said in the interview, in the training. Use what we have said in the training to pitch, right? To write your proposal back to these people, right? Expect at least five, and then go with one. Definitely, you are going to have a job. It is like that. It works. It has been working and to keep working, right? So if you apply what I showed you today in Secret 1, right? You learn cybersecurity using a clear roadmap in Secret 2, right? And then you also use Secret 3 to become visible, credible, and attract clients. Do you think you're going to be successful? I want you to answer that. Do you think you're going to be successful? I believe so. I strongly believe it. It worked for me. It has worked for numerous students that in the past, and I believe it's going to work for you. I strongly believe that. I strongly believe that it's going to work for you. So, as I said, if you follow the right roadmap, you will never get lost. Wherever you are going to, if you follow the right road, you will never get lost, right? The most important thing that we find difficult is we don't have a clear roadmap, right? We don't have somebody to talk to. That is why you need to talk to Luke. I want to ask, how many of you are feeling excited? How many of you are feeling excited of what we have talked so far? How many of you? Can I see your hand? So the truth is that it is totally impossible to show you everything in just this 60 minutes, 1 hour presentation. I also wouldn't want to get you bored, right? Do I have the permission to walk you through to an offer that probably is going to change your life? Do I have the permission to do that? Thank you very much. Okay. So this is what you're going to get. We are going to show you exactly all the things you need to become a cybersecurity professional. As I said, when I started this training, the way I started it was I was helping students, immigrants. I was helping a lot of people to train them in cybersecurity and as well show them exactly how to apply for these jobs. In that case, most of them got those jobs and their life changed forever. So as well, this program, right, is what you actually need to become a cybersecurity professional. Just this program. Now, if you get this program, you'll be able to get rid of confusion. You will never be confused again, right? You will never be confused on where to start, where not to start, how do you go about it, what. You will never be confused, right? Fear of, I'm not technical enough. No, you don't need to be technical. You don't need to have technical knowledge. We are going to show you step by step everything you need to know. You need to know to become a cybersecurity professional. We'll be showing you all of them, right? Wasting money on random courses, certifications, you don't need those things. You don't need it. All you need is something straight, something that is going to take you from point A to point B, from not knowing anything in tech to becoming a professional and securing remote roles. That is what you're going to. You're also going to get rid of watching endless YouTube videos, right? Endless YouTube videos. without clear direction. You don't need all those stuffs, right? Gazing which tool, which skills or parts actually matters. We've done all those things for you. You're going to go directly to what you need to become a professional. Feeling stuck while others are moving ahead in tech. Others are moving, and you are still thinking, it's not good for me. Is this something I can do? No, you can do it. Those people doing it doesn't have two heads. You can actually do it. You just need the right roadmap to continue, right? Information overload without real hands-on guidance. This program is practical. You're going to learn everything that you need to know. You're going to learn them with your hands, right? You're going to practice them with your hands. And then once you're able to learn them, you can then use those skills to apply for remote jobs, right? Self-doubt caused by wrong advice online. You have heard many things online. 99% of them are not true. They're just trying to make you scared for no reason. Reasons best known to them. But most of them are not true, right? This training is going to remove all these confusions from you so that you don't feel that way again, right? We don't just teach you cybersecurity, right? We take you by your hands like this, remove all the confusion, and show you the correct paths that you need to follow. So in the training, you will learn ethical hacking. You are going to learn digital forensic, password cracking, Android cracking, right? And Android hacking. You are going to learn Docker security. You are going to learn application security, right? You are going to learn job applications. So important. That is the best, one of the good parts. Because if you learn all these things, don't put it in your pockets. I want you to start working with them as well. Help many persons. Many persons are struggling, right? You are going to learn autopsy. Man in the middle. Many of you know man in the middle. Some persons call it Alibaba. Some persons call it any kind of name. But man in the middle is like somebody sending something to you, sending you an email, but somebody is in the middle watching what is going on. And then once they see what they want, they change it and then push it to the next person. I don't know if you get my point. You're going to see all these things practical. SQL injection. Most of you know already SQL injection, but for those that don't know SQL injection is like, SQL is a database, right? So injection is like you trying to put something to it. So some code is going to crack a website, right? And then you can then see password of people, username of people and everything. And with password cracking, you can then crack the password, see their login and then log in. Does it make sense? All these things are going to learn them practical. Once you learn them, you can then use it to defend websites, business owners. It is now your job to do that. You also need LinkedIn. LinkedIn is also important. We're going to show you how to make these people to look for you to help them secure themselves. Let's look at this person. Let's look at him.
Hi guys, my name is Mary Peter. I'm an internship student at Look Tech Limited. My experience and journey so far with Look Tech Limited have been very awesome. It has been very amazing. Down to the staff, they are very awesome. They are very amazing. When I first started Look Tech Limited, I was a little bit frightened, but now I have confidence in myself. And the modules, everything about them is absolutely the best. If you want to transition into cybersecurity, Look Tech Limited is absolutely a place for you to be. Thank you.
Thank you very much. So this is also one of our students, and he is actually doing well for himself. If you see this guy's project, doing well from having no knowledge to becoming a professional in it, right? Look at this person. He said, I actually got accepted to study MSc. So this is like Masters in Cybersecurity Management at this university in France. I passed their interview with the knowledge I gained so far. Think about it. Is this you? Do you see yourself doing this? Is this something you can actually do? Do you think you can do it? Self-doubt, right? Do you really believe you can do it? Look at this person too. He said, hello bro, good morning. I was talking to a brother and he said his brother traveled to CA. So CA means Canada, through your cybersecurity link. It is funny that I have known you for long time, but I thought what I wanted is different from what you offer. My apologies. So as I said, we give you direct links on where to apply for some of these jobs. We'll give you direct links. So your job is just to use what you have learned, apply to these jobs directly yourself. So as I said, cybersecurity is not technical. Don't see it as it's going to be something that I'm going to do technical. No, don't let any person deceive you, right? Cybersecurity is not like that. Most people don't fail because cybersecurity is hard. They fail because they believe the wrong things and don't have a clear roadmap. They believe that you need to do coding. You need to have degree. You need to do this. You need that. And because of that, they fail. Not because of it is technical. No. Who this works for? Does it work for you? As I said before, it works for anyone who prefers to work remotely. If you prefer to work remotely, this is for you. Right? If you prefer to work remotely, this is for you. If you're a busy adult, if you have no tech background, right? No tech, you don't have anything in tech, zero IT background. If you like come from law, medicine, nursing, wherever you are coming from, provided you understand English, right? And you prefer to work remotely, or you want to work on site, learn cybersecurity. The best thing you can ever think of, right? Fresh graduates, you probably just finished your schooling, and now you want to learn something new. You want to change your career, right? You're a beginner. Remote workers, you want to change career, whatever the case is, you start. So the proven secret formula to land a remote job. We are going to give you this book. This book is, as I said, is where I landed all the secrets you need to get a remote role. If you really want to work in tech, if you really want to work in cybersecurity, you need somebody to give you those jobs, right? This is the tool you need. It's going to give you all the secrets you need to have remote jobs. I'm going to as well give you this stuff so that you don't get stuck. When I created this, when I got about this knowledge, was the conference I went to, right? When I went to that conference, that was when this idea came. I told my friends, see, we've made it for life. Because me that was not getting jobs before, even when I want to offer it for free, I was not getting, right? But when I start to apply these skills, when I start to apply this, I started getting gigs, right? If I apply for 10, almost 6 comes back ready, and they are ready to pay deposits just to make sure that they don't lose me. They want to commit, right? So this secret, this proven secret formula is going to work for you. All you just need to do is to implement. Get the idea, use that idea, use the roadmap, use the templates inside, and implement, and it's going to work for you. Just like it worked for Joe, who playfully applied for it. Let's watch this video.
Upon a time, you see, when he finally becomes a big man, and I say I know him, anybody says it's a lie. See, I know him. Dr. Luke, respect the brand, trust the brand.
Very beautiful Ghanaian. So when I actually discovered this skill, right, I was actually using it to help many persons, and it was working. I was testing it on many persons. It was working. Give them this secret. It works. This was me many years ago, right? When I discovered this particular secret, I'm going to give you today, only if you take action. Now, you can see the value of the proven secrets, right, to be $197. And the Talk to Lose cybersecurity training, $6,800, right? The total value right now is $6,997. But don't worry, I got you. So the next thing you need is take back control. The underground playbook for deleting your sensitive content and defeating digital blackmail without hiring a tech expert. The value is $600. Now this book, I call it a tool. It's a tool you need, right? I was a relationship coach. Most of you don't know this part of me, but I don't like to see people vulnerable. I like to defend people that are vulnerable, right? If you're vulnerable, I like to fight for you. I like to defend you. I don't like to see tears. So I was a relationship coach, and what happened, the things I heard, I can't really keep most of them, right? Most times, what really causes the first 5 years is very, very tough in every relationship. And what causes most times is blackmail. Your ex know your vulnerabilities, right? This person, you were naked with this person before. You have shared many things with this person before. Whatever it is, now this ex is coming back, and they want to continue that stuff. And most times you be like, no, I don't want it. I don't want to spoil my home. But most times as well, they refuse. They don't also want to hear that, right? They say, okay, look I have this. If you don't give me this, I'm going to spoil your home. Whatever the case is, it could be voice recording. It could be anything, right? The work of this book is to help you remove those things without you even taking permission from the person directly. You don't need to negotiate. You don't negotiate with bandits. You don't negotiate with a criminal, right? You have the right to remove those things yourself. This book is going to show you exactly the step-by-step thing you need to do. Step by step, right? and you will do it and it's going to work. As I said, my life as a relationship coach. So what really changed me was, so most times persons would be like, have you talked to Luke? Go talk to Luke. So this was how the persons I helped was then referring me to other persons. Say, have you talked to Luke? So that was how the name Talk to Luke came about, right? But what really changed my mission was one day. This is my eldest sister. One day she called me. She was like, "Hey, this thing you're doing is making sense. So you are helping people, right? And it's actually making sense. But one thing is that do you think it's something you can sustain?" I thought about it. I was like, truly, is this something I can sustain? In many years to come, I'll be with a family. I'll be a family man, have children. People will be calling me to tell me their problems. And you know one thing with being a relationship coach, right? Once you finish advising them, right? They see you as the hero. They see you as the saint. They see you as the best one. And now they want to make advances. I don't know if you, but this is emotion. You're dealing with emotions, right? And it's so critical that if you're not strong enough, you may not be able to do that job. So so she told me that between being a relationship coach and tech, which is giving you at least 70% of your income. I thought about it. It made me pause for a very long time, and of course it was tech. Tech was giving me money, but how am I going to leave these people that are falling in the hands of blackmail? It becomes a problem. So after when I then moved purely into cybersecurity, and then use those knowledge that you can use to delete some of these things, and then incorporate it in this book. This is why I call it a tool. It's a tool that you must have in your home. You don't need this because you want to take down your picture right now. No, you are keeping it because if somebody surprises you, you don't need to start looking for how. Use this tool to take it off yourself. That is the most important thing. Use this tool and take it off. You don't need to negotiate. Please don't do this. No. Those time has passed. Do it yourself. Because so this was around 2022, I think, and some person saying, "Oh, this person said I feel so relieved after talking to you. Your instructions are really wonderful, and I am happy I talked to you. Thank you for helping out." Those secrets helped this lady to remove everything she wanted by herself. It works like magic, right? So another thing you probably be thinking right now is once it is online, it is impossible to delete. That is why you are taking back control. Right? You're taking back the control. You're not negotiating it. You're taking back control, right? So it is not just a book. See it as a tool, right? See it as a tool that you keep. Your passport, for instance, is a tool or is a document that enables you to move from A to B, country A to country B. If you don't have your passport, it will be very, very difficult to move, right? So it's a tool. Money is a tool to help you solve a problem. If you don't have money, it will be difficult for you to solve a problem, right? This book is a tool. If you don't have it, it's going to probably make you stay stranded and confused when the time comes, because the time will surely come. Don't think it can't happen to me, because provided you use internet, it can happen to you. It doesn't matter it's going to be nude. It doesn't matter it's going to. It can be voice notes. It can be comments. It can be anything at all. You need this book, this tool, to remove those nonsense by yourself without hiring a tech expert. So, as I said, this sounds so technical for me. Somebody may say, this sounds so technical for me. It is designed in plain language. Anyone can follow it. No tech experience is needed. You don't need to have tech experience to be able to do that. Somebody say, I'm afraid of making things worse. Well, every step is safe. Every step is safe, practical, and very easy to implement. Another person may say, what if someone has already shared it? That is the most important thing, right? But this book will help you to minimize exposure. Remember, somebody that have it and somebody that has already shared it is like the same persons, right? If you're sharing it to somebody, you're also sharing it to somebody, right? This tool is to remove it yourself. That is the work of this tool. I think sometime this year, few not quite long, a celebrity reached out to us to help delete video, and we charge them a lot. We charge a lot to do it. So as a cybersecurity professional, these are some of the things that you'll probably come across. It is best that you know this knowledge so that you can help many other persons. You don't need to actually just get for yourself, right? I'm not going to give you this for yourself. You can as well buy more, right? You can as well buy more to give to your loved ones, give to your sister. One thing about blackmail is that blackmail will make you to keep silent. You hardly say it out. So if somebody is blackmailing you with your nude video, right, you're definitely going to lock up. And that lockup is what they want. I don't know if you get my point. So if you have the chance, right, get more copies and then also give to your sibling. Give them as a gift. It is very, very important. So let's look at this person who actually
Hi
used this
guys,
book as well.
I'm here to tell you guys the story of how someone I sent my nude video to was trying to blackmail me with it. We met online and then we got involved, and someone thing led to the other, and I shared my intimate videos with the person. So along the line he started acting funny and he wanted to blackmail me with the video and all of those things. So somehow I came across this book, Take Back Control by Mr. Luke. And when I read the book, it really, really helped me. I was able to delete the videos, and I also got my confidence back. Like, I had this confidence back, because then I was like, Jesus, what's going to happen if this video goes viral? What's going to, all of those fears. But I had my confidence back with the book. I read it, and I was able to also delete my videos. So if you're in this kind of position, or you've been in this kind of situation before, or you have any issue with someone blackmailing you with your video or pictures, anything, get a copy of this book, Take Back Control by Mr. Luke. It will really, really help you. It will, in fact, it will give you this confidence you never thought you would have.
Imagine this happened to you. How are you going to feel about it? The somebody you once loved, right, is beginning to treat you bad. What happens? What do you do? That is the question I want to leave you with. What do you do if somebody you love, somebody you have shared intimate with, somebody you have shared yourself with, right, turn to become a lion to you? Are you going to watch the person? What are you going to do? Or you are going to watch the person eat you up, or you are going to fight for your own self? That is what this book will help you to do. This book is a tool that is going to help you to move from that point to the point of confidence, right? You need confidence. You need to do these things yourself. Sometimes our problem is that we feel that, hey, what is our people going to say? What is my family going to say? What is this? That is why you need this book. This book is your silent tool you need to help you out in this difficult time. Any person can pass through blackmail. Don't let any person tell you that it's only for those sharing things online. No, any person can pass through. Somebody can even use deepfake to reconstruct your face and another body that matches you to become you, right? And once people see it, it will fly. So you also note that as well. So if you add this proven formula, you add Take Back Control, and you add the cybersecurity training that you are going to get, the total value is now $7,597. But don't worry, I got you. The next thing you need is resume templates, right? The resume template that has been working for other students, the sample of it. You also need cybersecurity workbook, right? You need something that is going to make sure that you are getting the skill, make sure you are staying visible, and make sure, and also make sure that you are staying credible, right? You then need cover letters. Cover letters is like when you need to pitch, you need to make your pitch. You're also going to learn that in the formula I'm going to give you as well. You also need the inner circle access. The inner circle access is where you meet other students. Right now, I think we have about 400 or thereabouts students currently, not past, right? Currently, students that are inside, right? You share your knowledge. So if you learn something today and you've gotten those ideas, you feel stuck, drop those questions there immediately. And other students, we exercise their knowledge, right? They will answer you. However, if it is something that looks so difficult for you to understand, then you reach directly to the instructors. Also, when you drop these questions, right, the instructors are there as well to guide you. Other students are there as well to guide you. Everybody is working together as a family. Just that all of us are in different locations, right? But everybody is working to make sure that your success. We want to make sure that our webinar that we'll be hosting, we want to include your success story inside. We have lots of success stories, but definitely we can't include all. But we want yours, right, to be so perfect that we have to choose it to include. That is how we want. We also be getting certificates. Our certificate is temper proof, meaning that you can, most times, okay, I'll tell you a story of what happened last time. Somebody, not a student, he applied for a job in the bank, right? He was given the job when he mentioned that he studied at Luke Tech Limited. Now they asked him to bring certificate. He reached out to us to ask if we can give him the certificate, and then he would then learn. Is this to you? Do you think he can do that as well? So we told him no, we can't do that, right? You use our name to get a job, and now you have to defend it. You need certificates. You can't forge it because your employer is going to come to our website, put the certificate number to verify if truly that certificate is yours or not. I don't know if you get. So you need certificates, you need access to the inner circle, and that. You also need mentorship. Mentorship is very, very important. As I said, if you are learning something that's and you don't have a mentor, you don't have somebody to guide you, then you're in trouble. You need somebody to actually guide you step by step. Whenever you feel stuck, whenever you feeling that, hey, am I going the right path? You need somebody to talk to. And not just somebody to talk to, you need an insider who is willing to actually give you all the necessary guide you need to succeed. So you just also come with mentorship. So everything inside you will be getting, as I said, is cybersecurity, the talk to lose cybersecurity training, the proven secret formula for remote jobs, right? You'll be also be getting take back control. I call it a 2. Remember, you'll also be getting the cybersecurity workbook, job application, direct links you need, right? Resume templates, cover letter templates. You need all these things. You need them. You need them. Don't joke with any of this. You need all of them. You also need mentorship, right? You also need the inner circle. With the inner circle, you'll be able to interact with other students, interact with instructors, right? Who is ready to help you. At the end, we'll be giving you a certificate which you what, right? That certificate is priceless. You need it. You need it to prove that, hey, you actually. Do you know the reason why when you want to travel out or when you want to look for a job, they say, give us your first leaving school certificate? Do you know the reason? I think is your assignment to also try to find out the reason why. So everything you're going to get is in this book, in this package, and the value is 13,591 US dollars. Yeah. So as I said, you're going to get cybersecurity training, you're going to get mentorship access, the cybersecurity workbook, resume templates, you're going to get cover letters, the inner circle access. Inner circle is very, very important, as I said before. You're going to get take back control, the proven secrets formula, you're going to get it. You're also going to get the certificates. It's priceless. So everything you're going to get here is 13,591. But don't worry, I got you, right? So the hardware that many persons want to learn this thing with is they don't have a mentor. Probably if you don't have a mentor, you're going to pay zero. Don't have a mentor. There's nothing so special about it. You're not going to spend any money. You don't need to pay any person. All you just need to do is learn by yourself. But the truth is that it is one of the hardest ways to learn. You will get stuck and then abandon it, right? You will get extremely confused, right? You no roadmap. You just like try and error. You try this one, it doesn't work. You try another one, it doesn't work. You keep trying, and then you get tired. You leave it, right? Then in the classroom, some persons prefer to learn in the classroom, but that is the one of the worst way you can actually learn cybersecurity, because no great instructor, right? No great tutor, no great mentor will probably live with you and then come to class every morning, tell you what you want to hear, and then go back. It is very difficult. There is money in tech. Everybody prefers to do that once and then let it teach other persons how to do it, right? So if you are trying to say you want to learn in what is it called, classroom, you have to think again. Yeah, you have to think again. Learning in classroom is one of the worst place or the worst way to learn cybersecurity, especially tech. Another thing is you don't have direction. You need to learn what is needed, right? No coding, right? College course will cost you almost $24,000 a year. Yeah, and the time 2 years plus. And after then, there is no guarantee if you're going to get work or not. You don't have a direct mentor you can talk to. This person said, "Trust you are good. I started following your page while I was still in Nigeria because I wanted to enroll for the cybersecurity class. I was a bit reluctant because I don't know how to manage online classes. Like I just prefer physical class where I can learn. I have tried learning courses online, but I just give up. After 1 or 2 days. Many persons are like that. Don't worry. Now I am in Canada. I don't even know where to start. Right? I don't even know where to start from. I want to dive into tech, but I don't just know what to do because almost everyone lectures online. I don't know if you get my point. The classes are online. If you want to learn cybersecurity, you have to be online because the main battlefield is online, not physical. If I teach you physical how to catch a thief or inside your room, you are not battle ready because it will be very difficult for them to actually train you in your room, right? Or in the classroom, where the main thing is happening is online. So you have to learn online. You have to do those practice online. Your gigs, you have to communicate online. So you have to learn all these things online. So if you're not actually ready to learn online, then you have to think again. That is the most important thing I want you to note. Think again. One last thing you need is LinkedIn. LinkedIn is very, very important. We will show you exactly how to do it, how to set it up, and how to start attracting people. You need to attract clients, right? This is my LinkedIn as well. You can as well hit me up there if you prefer. One will also link up in that place, right? Your LinkedIn needs to be professional. You need LinkedIn. You need it. Don't let any person whine you. You need LinkedIn. Don't say, I don't know how to use it. I don't know this. I don't like it. You need it. You need LinkedIn. Okay. So if all these things you're going to learn, right, is all it can do for you is firstly is for you to break into cybersecurity. Do you think it's worth it? For me, I think yes. It should worth it, right? If it's going to help you to learn cybersecurity, even with zero IT background, do you think it's as well worth it? I think so. And what if all this program is going to do for you is to help you get your first remote job? Do you think it's going to worth it? I think yes as well. So I had two options, right? First was to make it very cheap so that every person I can get every student, right? Very, very, but you won't get exactly what you need to move from this point to securing jobs, right? You can see many other courses like that out there, very cheap, and then nobody gets exactly what they want, right? And second is to make it very, provide everything that you need, right? And give you everything that you need to succeed and make it a bit high. Which one do you think should be the best? Well, for me, I picked the option two, provide everything you need, right? And make sure that you don't, when you start, right, you don't have anything that will call you back. You don't have anything that will stop you on the way. I want you to start. It's a new journey for you. Start cybersecurity, learn it, apply all the skills, use the secrets we've provided, secure your job, and your life will change. It is very, very important for you, right? So I want to ask you, what is cybersecurity worth to you? What do you think this program is going to worth to you? What do you think? Do you think is worth it? Do you think it's not something that probably you shouldn't even try? Do you think you should just continue with what you're already doing? Probably maybe whatever you already do. Do you think it's something you should just continue and then forget about cybersecurity? Well, the truth is that a successful career in cybersecurity, multiple remote jobs, freedom to work from home and travel anywhere you want. That is one good thing about cybersecurity. So I think it's worth it. What will you be willing to invest, or what will you be willing to invest to acquire this knowledge? What will you be willing to invest to acquire this knowledge? Think about it. What? So, if a successful career in cybersecurity, imagine what is going to be for you if you are very successful in cybersecurity, right? You've actually gotten many remote opportunities. You have the freedom to work anywhere you want in this life, travel whenever you want, spend time with your family, do anything you want to do. What are you willing to invest in to get something like this for yourself? Right? So, what I said, what you're going to get in this training is this cybersecurity training, mentorship access, workbook, cybersecurity workbook, resume templates, cover letter templates, inner circle access, right? Take back control. It's two very, very important. You should have. Keep it where you keep your passport. It is very, very important for you, right? The proven secret formula that most of our students use to get jobs, right? Then our certificate as well is priceless. So these are what you are going to get. Now, you can see the reason why it is a good deal for 13,591. This is the reason why many persons spend so much money to travel abroad to go and learn this skill. This is the same reason many persons have actually sold their land, learn a skill to get a job. Most times they even do it and still not having a job because they don't have that secret formula. They didn't pass, they don't have the secret to get some of these jobs. Or maybe some of them are lucky, they get. But all these things, I have simplified it for you today. Because why? You are special and you're not going to pay this amount of money. Now, this is all you need to do to invest in this your new feature. This is all. It may look much, it may look small. It's whatever it is to you, it is up to you. Life will not remain stagnant because you're not moving forward. You need to move forward. You really need to move forward. You really need. See, one thing with money is that money comes every month, right? Or every 2 weeks. If you're living abroad, most times 2 weeks. 2 weeks, so amount of money, maybe $2,000, $3,000 comes into your pocket. $1,000, whatever the amount is, comes into your pocket. You use it, settle bills, buy groceries, and all that, right? The next month, it happens because of it is sustaining in your life. It becomes so difficult for you to even plan ahead, right? But if you're able to make decisions that is going to break you from that circle, then you won, right? So right now you have two choices. Firstly is do nothing. Do nothing. You've heard everything you've heard from other students. Just do nothing and then let it go. And guess what? If you do nothing, you're also going to get nothing. right? But if you also say, okay, let me just give this thing a try. I've heard about cybersecurity. Many persons have talked about it. I've gone through this training. I'm able to learn this, get that, do this, do that. Let me just give it a try. What if it works for you? What if it works for you? I don't know if you get my point. If you try all these things that I've shown you, what if it was for you? Stop thinking that it may not work for me, it was for others, but just try it and see if it was for you or not. We give 14 days money back guarantee. If you try it today, if you start today, try it this week, try it next week. You feel that, hey, this is not for me, I can actually do it. Reach back to us, no question asked. We'll give you back your money. Because I believe money is a tool. Money is a tool for you to get something. So if you are trying to get something with your money and it is not working, what do? Return it back and get back your refund. Very, very important. So we give 14 days money back guarantee. That 14 days is for you to give you a good chance for you to try. If it is not working for you, ask back for your full refund. No reduction, nothing, right? And check it. Go there right now. Don't wait. You're going to get cover letter. You're going to get cover letter templates. You're going to learn how to use your LinkedIn very well to attract clients to work with you. You're going to have mentorship access, resume templates, talk to the cybersecurity training. You're going to get the proven formula, the proven secret formula. You need it. You're going to get it as well. Take back control is a tool. You need it. The inner circle. You need the inner circle access to help you manage everything you are learning. You need it, right? You need the workbook. The workbook is going to make sure that you are learning the skill, make sure that you are getting visible, and also make sure that you are staying credible. Very, very important. At the end of it, we'll award you with our priceless certificate, right? So we want to make sure that we are working with people that we can have that are serious, people that have made up their mind to change their life this year, people that have made up their mind. Somebody was also asking during the last time, most persons asked, can I start training before completing all payments? But if you want to pay installments, you want to just secure your seats right now, right? You can actually deposit, but make sure you send us an email first to know your standard before we can do that, right? Go there right now, use this coupon code, Lucky9, pay this amount of money. Only 9 persons. Once it is 9 persons, this coupon code is going to expire. Once it is 9 persons, this coupon code is going to expire. Go there right now and do it. This website, go there right now, type this and then go, or click on the link below this video and then put this website and then go. So now we also be having questions, right? See questions that are coming up right now. Go there right now and secure your seat before the locking line. Remember, you're not the only one watching, right? So some persons are also putting this code right now. Go there right now and make sure you get it for this to start. And if you have more questions as well, you can reach me here right now. Many questions I've been getting so far. Somebody say, do you offer refund or guarantees, right? So yes, we offer refund, 14 days money back guarantees. Once you start right now and then you try, if you feel that this is not working for you, or for any reason at all, we don't care what the reason is, ask back for your full refund. Ask back for your full refund. Somebody say, what if I don't know anything about tech or cybersecurity? You don't need to know anything. I've said that before. You don't actually need to know anything in tech to start. The most important thing is to start and then see what you can know, and then use those skills we are going to impart in you. Use the knowledge, use the strategy to get remote jobs. Not so you don't need to know anything in tech for you to start. Somebody say, how is this different from other courses out there? Well, other courses, that is a very good question. Other courses, right, will not prepare you for interview, right? You will not get the secret to land remote jobs, right? You will not. So it depends on what you want, right? You can as well check those courses out there and see if it works for you or not. But I strongly believe most of our students have also seen it themselves that this is the right path to follow. So it depends on what you want at the end of the day, right? Somebody say, what are the training prerequisites? Well, you need a laptop. Laptop is very, very important. You need a laptop, at least Core i5 processor and above, right? MacBook with M series, which is M1, you will find it difficult. So you need Windows with Intel, at least Core i5 and above, right? And you also need to structure at least 2 to 3 hours a day of your time to learn this daily, because you have to be building on what you are building, what you are learning, right? How long will it take me to finish this course? Well, it depends on you. Some students start and finish within 3 months. Some start and finish within 2 months. Some start and finish within 6 months. It all depends on you and your time. It's a self-paced. So your own learning speed might be different from somebody else's learning speed, which is totally normal. But it all depends on you. But it is a total of 200 hours of practicals, right? And somebody say, is there a time limit to complete the course? You have lifetime access, right? But you don't have a time limit. But we recommend that you finish it within 6 months, right? So that you can start applying. If you are not actually having much work to do right now, finish it within 3 months. Use that and start applying. If you are so busy, you can try within 6 months and finish it up. We want you to finish and start applying. That is the most important thing for me. What kind of support will you provide after the training? Well, as I said, you will be having how to apply for jobs. It is also very, very important. Those skills you have is what you are going to use. However, we are here. Anytime you need support, just reach out to us. Somebody say, how do I assess the training after enrollment? Once you enroll, you will receive an email with the email address you use, right? And then we'll follow up on your how you can start your training immediately. Somebody say, do you provide certificate or job reference? We provide you with certificate. Job reference is we give you direct links, right, on how to apply for these jobs. We will not apply for you and then give you the job. No. We'll show you everything you need. And then you use those things we've shown you. We'll give you direct links on where to apply. And then you apply to those jobs directly yourself. Not, we won't give you those jobs ourselves, right? Will this course help me to pass CISA? Yes, many students have done that. Many students have done that in the past. I want you to see this course like your foundation, right? It's the foundation you need. Certificates won't teach you anything, right? It's going to actually just like you learning in high school, right? And then you go to write JAMB. JAMB is not going to teach you anything, just a certification that you passed. I don't know if you get my point. So that is how I want you to see it. Somebody said, do you have payment plan? Well, we do not have payment plan, but however, you can deposit. You can deposit to lock up your seats, and then when you complete, then you can then start your training. We wouldn't want you to be thinking, oh, I've not made payment, that is why I shouldn't come to class. No. We want you, once you started. No going back. Unless you want your refund, right? Somebody say, will I get a job after this training? Most persons have done that. Most persons have done that. We'll give you all the things you need to become successful. All. No mago, right? Somebody say, will I have to purchase anything else? No. All the softwares, all the things that you need, everything is on this course right now. Go there right now. And once all the softwares you need, everything you need for looking at vulnerability, cracking password, and everything is all included. Everything is included. Go there right now to start. So many questions. I think there is no more questions coming. Somebody say, what kind of support will you provide? I've actually answered that before, right? We will give you all the necessary things you need. Instructors are here always to help. Other students are also here to help. If you have more questions that probably I've not answered, or you can send me an email right now and I will answer you that. Okay, go there right now and see you in the inside. Bye-bye.